This year is on track to be the worst ever for potholes in Colorado Springs, and today Mayor Steve Bach announced he is seeking emergency money to address the problem.
Yeah, KRDO News Channel 13 Scott Harrison was there, and he is live now in the Springs to show us one of the pothole priority areas. Scott?
Well, JJ, we're here along Brookside Street, and you can see one of the sizable potholes here, and you can see some even worse than that in different areas all over the city. Now, in 2 weeks, Mayor Steve Bach is going to request $2 million in emergency money from the city council to deal with this pothole problem. He says it's a 2-year temporary solution, but it still doesn't address the overall issue of the city not having enough money for all of its needs.
We've got a problem with our streets.
Spring City leaders bring a new urgency to the pothole problem. Repair crews have filled nearly 8,200 so far this year. The city is on pace for a 30% increase in potholes.
This 30% does not show is some of the severe cases where we've actually identified the potholes for a major dig out.
Corey Farkas with the City Streets Division says the wet fall weather followed by a cold winter are the main factors behind the potholes. He says the city also is at least 20 years behind in street and road maintenance. About half of them need to be rebuilt or repaved.
It's an enormous problem that we're trying to face and trying to get fixed.
Mayor Steve Bach also wants to find more money for stormwater projects like this one in Douglas Creek. Even $46 million spent last year and this year isn't enough to meet the overall need. Bach says he's not getting cooperation from the city council.
There's been no response to my request for conversation. My request has been ignored, in my opinion. So
Bach says the city will keep struggling financially until it can break a 13-year trend of low job growth.
Colorado Springs is bottoming out. I don't like us being in that position.
And Bach made it clear about what he will not do today. He said that he will not support a fee or a tax increase for street maintenance or stormwater projects. He says it's up to city leaders to find funding solutions. We're live in the Springs. Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thanks, Scott. And the mayor also says more sales tax money would help solve a lot of the problems, but the population growth mostly is people 55 and older, and they just don't generate the revenue that younger people do.